even though we have a lot of going on in World of Tanks right now, you also might want to think about the big upcoming patch that happens in January, in the middle of the January, you know, somewhere, let's say, between 10th to 20th, somewhere over there, the update 2.1.1. And there are quite some things, actually, what you can do to prepare yourself for that during the holiday ops, which makes things simpler, right? For example, we know that we have 3 new tier 11s coming from Type 71, from WZ113 GFT, and new Tech 3 branch actually starting from D20. So what you want to do if you want to be ready for the brand new American autocannon medium tanks, by the way, guys, with new mechanic, first ever tanks with no reload time, but the gun cooling system. Basically what we had during the overwhelming fire on the O tank, if you remember. So this branch most likely starts from here, you know, goes down like this up to all the way up to tier 11, right? So you want to start collecting XP on D20, and so many of you are asking how much should I save up on my D20? Well, looking at D69, that roughly was 118,000 and Pershing 98,000. So I would say if you go to grind out roughly 120,000 XP on D20, you should be good and ready to go with this tank as soon as the patch hits live. Now, when we talk about the Japanese Type 71, all the tier 11s were exactly the same XP, 325,000 experience, what you need to get. So get that on Type 71 as well early on, and you are ready for the SDK2. We're going to take a look at the tier 11s and what we know about them in a second as well, one more time. And also there was the Chinese first jet boosted tank destroyer is coming from WZ113 GFT, and same story, 325,000 XP. So what I have going on over here is I have made a playlist, guys. You can make a playlist yourself as well with the tanks you want to grind, and you know, just like throw those tanks into it, right? Just type a name like Type 71, boom, and it goes into your playlist, and D20, and boom, it goes into the playlist as well. Save and exit, and you have those tanks ready. Like, you know, minimum you can do is do your daily double and apply some extra XP if you have the chance to do that. And, you know, experience will accumulate over time, because we have roughly over a month to do that, and it's better to start early than late, right? And also on the top of that, if you have the atmosphere levels going, guys, atmosphere level cooking, it is good to do that right now, because Holiday Ops gives you just flat out extra XP out of it as well. You know, depending on your atmosphere level, what you have going on, whatever the level is, like you need level 7 to get extra experience on D20. You can see the permanent bonuses over here, combat XP, guys, and the XP can be applied on the same level, up to same level tanks as your atmosphere level, right? As you can see over here, active if the vehicle tier is equal to or lower than the festive atmosphere level, can be increased upon completing Benedict's assignments, and here you go, extra 50% combat. If you have extra boosters as well, grinding XP during Holiday Ops should be very, very simple and fast. So those are a couple tips and tricks what you can do to prepare yourself for the upcoming big patch. Also, this big patch is featuring buffs to multiple tanks, guys. Hirshkäfer is getting buffed. So if you want to get, if you were grinding towards Hirshkäfer, but you saw that, you know, it is not the most exciting vehicle, or seems to be pretty underwhelming, or same about Leopard 120, and you stopped grinding the XP, you can keep going now, because Leopard 120, Hirshkäfer, those tanks are getting buffed. Then 432U is getting buffed. Also, as X is getting buffed. We had Szakal. Where is Szakal? Yeah, Szakal is also going to get some improvements. And there was one more tank. Strv. Yes, Strv's siege mode. Pillbox mode will be improved even more. So all those vehicles will be buffed as well. And you would you might want to start grinding XP with those. And if we look at this upcoming patch and what they have revealed so far, what we know, those are the rebalanced vehicles. And people many times have asked how they buff Leo 120, what they're going to do with it. Well, we do not know the exact values, but what we can kind of look at is those icons over here and guess quite accurately what is getting buffed. But how much? Well, that is the question, right? So on Leopard 120, by the looks of it, it is going to get more hit points. It is going to get like hull rotation or on the move stability, so extra stabilization over here. Then accuracy. So the accuracy can be buffed in a couple ways for the Leopard 120. Either they're focusing on the ability accuracy or just space accuracy will be better and not as derpy as it actually kind of is. It is like a mere shadow of the Leopard 1 when it comes to the accuracy outside the special ability. And then the heat round is also getting buffed, and I am expecting this to be the heat velocity, shell velocity, so faster shell speed. It has 1000 right now. I'm expecting something like 1200, 1250 meters per second buff right over here. So this is Leopard 120. As X will get a lot of buffs. And what they're gonna do with this bad boy is, quite significant, guys. And I have said this, this tank is actually dangerous. They have to be very careful when buffing as X. Yes, it is underwhelming most of the times, but it can be absolutely devastating force at the same time. So it does need some love, but they have to be careful what exactly they do, right? So what it looks like, or what we can see over here, is the reload time is getting buffed. So reload time can be buffed in two ways as well. Either they are going to make the special feature of this, going in and out of the reload sequence faster, or the shells simply load faster while you are reloading. Also extra hit points. This is APCR shell velocity, which it badly needs. This tank has APCR shells with velocity from 2011. It is actually that bad, like 1000 or what it was really, really bad. Also, we can see that mobility, top speed number upgrades over here. So it is either top speed forward or reverse. It also could be reverse top speed improvement right over here. Because if I quickly look at the SX in the game, what is the top speed numbers over here? So where are you? Reverse speed 28. So it has actually 23 without any boosts, without any upgrades. Okay. So yeah, top speed, like forward speed, definitely does not need any buffs. Maybe reverse speed just to make it more special, I guess so. On the top of that, stabilization on movement, on hull rotation, then the turret stabilization seems to be better, and also accuracy. But what is the percentage over here? This was a little bit confusing. Like Leopard 120 had the same icon, but without the percentage. So, maybe between shots, something like that, could be. But the rest of the things should be quite understandable. More hit points, reload time, shell velocity, speed, stabilization, so gun handling will be a lot better. Nice. So this will improve this tank quite a bit. Szakal over here is also getting buffed, quite straightforward. This is going to be DPM improvement, accuracy improvement, stabilization improvement, and once again top speed. Now Szakal is not exactly slow vehicle in World of Tanks, coming in with turbo. We have 60 top speed, so they either could buff the base top speed forward, or it is also a reverse speed improvement. We'll see, we'll have to wait and see, because this tank has the special turbine activation that puts your vehicle going over 80 actually, so this is pretty nutty. Top speed inside the ability, of course, so quite straightforward. Gun handling, DPM improvement, Yes, please. Because Szakal's, it's very fun tank to play actually, but the gun is a bit too derpy, especially for my liking. Right. So, moving on, Hirshkäfer over here, guys. Hirshkäfer, 3 things. Reload time, alpha damage, and stabilization on turret traverse. By the looks of it, guys. So, reload time is straightforward. Reload time, DPM simply buffed. But DPM seems to be buffed in 2 different ways. This, I think, is going to be the alpha damage buff as well. And once again, the alpha damage could be buffed in 2 ways. The raw 550 base alpha damage without any charge on Hirshkäfer. Maybe they buff it up to 600, 650. That was actually my recommendation for a very long time as well. Or maybe a higher charge. You know, like you can charge it up to 900, 950 at max charge. You know, could be the case. Which kind of makes it very nasty, if you ask me, for that accuracy and stuff. So alpha damage, DPM, and the gun handling improvements on Hirshkäfer definitely is going to help it. Now 432U, I just recently played with it, and oh boy, it just reminded me how much I don't actually really like this tank. It's, in my opinion, it is very underwhelming. It is just underwhelming. For me, maybe skill issue, maybe not. This is how I feel. Alright, so what they're gonna do? DPM improvements, reload time buff, more hit points, and at places, by the looks of it, more armor as well. Even more armor. Even though it is, for a medium tank, it is very nicely armored, but it will, some places will get some more love. And also, we can see by this icon that the ability will be improved. What we can see is, or what we can guess is, that the ability charge, you know, if you press X or whatever button you press, you start charging your alpha damage. You know, the more you charge, the bigger alpha damage your next shot is going to be. So by the looks of this icon over here, this is going to be done faster. The alpha kicks up faster. Then I think this is indicating that once you reach a certain, or the maximum maybe charge, maximum shell cooking, you have more time to wait until you take the shot. I think this is what it means. Or what do you guys think? What do you guys think those icons mean? This is, I think, pretty straightforward. This is, I guess, you have more time to just, you know, stay with the cooked shell. And over here, this is interesting. It could either, in my opinion, mean that once you reach the max charge and you do not fire, you don't get the penalty, or the penalty is going to be smaller, faster, you know, lower seconds, right? Or what does that mean? Like no effect, like this is DPM improvement, right? And this is DPM improvement crossed out inside the ability. So I guess this could be something like that, in my opinion. For object 432U. What do you think about this? Is this enough or not? Strv 10712, guys. I have free marked this tank. I played quite a lot. I have very good understanding of this vehicle. And I do like this tank. And do you know how many times did I use siege mode in the entire third marking journey? I used it once. And the one time I used it was, okay, let's just see what it can do. It was not the best play, it was not the most optimal play there. I just used it because it has it, right? And very big problem with the pillbox mode. Oh, did I say siege mode? I meant pillbox mode, yes. How many times did I use pillbox mode? I use siege mode all the time, but pillbox mode, this is the problem over here. And the siege mode, the pillbox mode is getting buffed, guys. Entering and exiting the pillbox mode will be faster, and inside the pillbox mode you have faster reload, even more faster reload, and even more better accuracy by the looks of the icons. Now, is this going to make you use the pillbox more? Probably. Yes, I will definitely test it out. If the, let's say the entering and exiting time is maximum like 3 seconds or 2.5 seconds. Maybe even 3 seconds is too much for that. Maybe. I don't know. But indeed, like the DPM boost you get is just nutty. The accuracy boost you get overall inside the pillbox mode is actually just nutty. But right now, currently, just entering and exiting that mode is like pure theft, you know. It is pain. And you do not want to do that. It's the most useless ability out of all the tier 11 tanks over here. But seems to be better. And entering and exiting siege mode, I guess, and pillbox mode, both are going to be faster, which is what those things indicate. So 6 tier 11s, first rebalance for those tanks. Looking forward to it. And also, we mentioned the tier 11s coming. We have covered those already. Those have the newer abilities. This is the first ever tank destroyer with a jet boost mechanic, and you can see that you can do crazy U-turns in this. I guess if you press space and turning key, you can switch off the jet boost on that side and do quick U-turns, as you can see over here. So it activates very interesting plays and very hard for tanks to circle turretless tank destroyers to death, right? So it seems to be kind of fun and powerhouse. First DD with jet boosters, yep, BTZ-78. Then we have the Japanese heavies coming, SDK-2, with the gun cooling mechanic. The active cooling mechanic, or however they call it over here, very slopey armor. And by the looks of this, we had 2 theories in the stream. Like, you can see how this is going down. So this could work like Szakal's ability, let's say. You charge it up or you activate it, and then you have time to take like 2 shots maybe while it is going off again, back to the normal accuracy, but you have time for like 2-3 shots to take with very, very good accuracy, maybe even steps. Like this is super accurate shot, and then you have, you know, very good accuracy inside this time frame over here, because seems like, you know, you can see it is going down, it is heating up or cooling down, whichever way you look at it, to improve your vehicle characteristics, right, with active cooling. So this is SDK-2, and we have the new USA Tech Tree, starting from tier 8, you can see. And this is the first ever Tech Tree line with no reload time. Or first ever tanks with no reload time, but gun cooling mechanic. Also reserved racks, as you can see, just like the O tanks. You can just slap, 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 and if you overheat, you're locked out. I remember that mechanic from the overwhelming fire. This reserved rack is actually helping medium tanks, and if you look at it, the mobility, even with 1 rack down, is not that terrible. Like, you can still keep going, which is so powerful, you know? Actually powerful. Equipped with autocannons, overheat, thermal feature, 360 no-scope vision. And there it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, quite a big patch, quite a big update coming in January. The year starts off with a bang. New tanks, rebalance tier 11s. Looking forward to it. And now you know how to prepare for it as well. Maybe you want to pick up the buffed versions of those vehicles. Let me know what you think about that. If you have any more tips and tricks, guys, let us know in the comment section down below. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.